Hey everyone, thanks for stopping back at my channel. If you are new, my name is Fashionbeautybri here on YouTube, and if you're not, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a first impression of the new Maybelline brow product. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this would be the Maybelline Brow Define and Fill Duo by Eye Studio. And here is the product right here. So this is basically supposed to be used to fill in your brows, but what's really cool about it is it has a double end. So on the first side, which I think is on this end over here, is like a regular brow pencil, and then on the other end we have this little kind of sponge tip applicator. Alright, so now that we're zoomed in, I'm just going to explain the product a little bit more. So the first step is you carve out your brows with the pencil on the one end, and then from what the description says, you're supposed to fill it in with this other side here, which is kind of like a felt, like a felt applicator, and then it would also dispense some product so that you can fill it in a little bit more. I'm gonna read what Maybelline says the product should do for our brows, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get straight into the demo. So on Maybelline's website, it says, meet the first defining and filling duo. An easy two-step application using our 0.2 millimeter defining wax pencil to shape and mess-free filling powder to finish. That was a little bit weird, but anyways, moving on. Get ready to wow with a naturally full brow. Now, based on that description, that is me in a brow, pretty much, because I like the natural looking brow. I do like it very sculpted, but looking clean, but I don't like that super waxy looking look that Anastasia products or any kind of a waxy product for that matter can give you. So they do have a couple tips here for best results as well. So they said step 1, define and set brows with the defining pencil using short light strokes. So that would be the first side, labeled here as number 1. And their step 2 is fill brows using filling powder, following a long natural brow contour. Now that we got the little description down of what Maybelline says the product is supposed to do, I'm gonna go ahead and rip the packaging open, which I'm super excited about because Maybelline does not have, or the drugstore for that matter, does not have much brow products. And currently right now, to get my natural look, I'm just actually using a very dark brown powder. Alright guys, so I have pretty much zoomed in a little bit so you guys can get a little bit of a better picture of the product here. It's very nice and sleek. It just looks like your traditional brow pencil that you would probably get from Sephora, or maybe even an eyeliner. So you can see the two sides here. I'm not sure if this is step 1 or step 2, but I'm gonna guess this side is step 1 and this side is step 2 with the powder. Now, as for the color, I did pick up the color Deep Brown. So I'm hoping this is going to, be a good color for my skin and my hair as well. So basically, I have popped off the first side of the product, and it's pretty much kind of square. So I'm gonna see how that's gonna work. I think it's gonna be molded, after you use it. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna do my best to stay in frame as well, so don't shoot me if I go out for a little bit. I'm gonna start off quickly by doing my first step that I always do with my brows. Just comb the hairs out, whatever hairs you do have anyways, and just make sure that they're in the right position for filling in. I'm gonna start filling in with the one side of the product here, and I'm basically just going to use it to outline. And on the website, as I said, it does say that you should do short strokes. So that is what I'm doing. And I'm going to try to stay away from going in the inside of it. And I'll leave that for the actual brow powder. So I can tell you right away that if you do have dark hair, like black hair, for example, like myself, I have black hair, but it's like the natural kind of black hair, so it has like a little tint of brown to it, so it's not a jet black. This color is going to be really, really good for you. And again, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but this is the color Deep Brown. You can see that it's not like a super harsh color at all, because I just pretty much pretended to make, you know, short flicks here to kind of mimic the short hairs at the front of people's typical eyebrows. And you can see it's not too black. It goes really, really nicely. Now that I've got the shape down for that part, I'm gonna go ahead and this part's really hard to take off. Okay, so it's not actually a pop off. This is actually a screw off. Let me just mention that right now, because I was trying to pull this side off and it was really, really hard. But let me zoom in and show you guys the applicator on this, because I think this is kind of cool. So here's the applicator on the second side, and you can see it has a little bit of a product on the tip here. So I'm gonna basically use this now to fill in the inner parts of my brow that I have not put any product on. So again, I'm going to show you the first side so you can get a good comparison. So this is number 1, and this side here is number 2. So now for filling in the eye, you know, this is very, very soft. So I'm pretty much just using a little patting motion here. I'm not pressing too hard because I don't want it to be like super black, but so far I really, really like this product, and I feel like you can get a very nice defined brow without having to spend a lot of time. So this pretty much kind of does all the work for you, and you don't really have to do much at all. So there is what the brow looks like right now. And I'm just going to finish it off by brushing through the hairs again, just to make sure that there's no product clumped anywhere in the brow. But I think I like this so far. So I'm going to go ahead and do the final brow off camera, and I'm going to come back and show you guys how they both look together. This brow here was done second, and then this is the brow that I did on camera. So a couple of things that I want to point out. When I did the front of this eyebrow, I used this side here, and I tried to do short strokes and kind of mimic the shorter hairs that are usually in that area on people's eyebrows. And for this brow, I did a little bit of a different technique. I used the sponge head side, and I, you know, just kind of dabbed it in, and I felt like it was able to give me a little bit more of a fading effect. So I think that's how I'm going to continue to use it, but both sides I feel like look really, really well. And I really feel like my brows look very sculpted and neat. The first thing I want to kind of mention with this product is I feel like the number 1 side here really comes close to the Anastasia Brow Wiz product. I feel like it's not super, super creamy, but it kind of has like a little bit of a stiffness to it. And I've never owned the Anastasia Brow Wiz product, but I have swatched it in store, and I find that yeah, it just kind of has a little bit of a stiffness to it, which is really, really good when you're working with eyebrows, in my opinion anyways, because you don't want something that's super creamy and super waxy, because it's gonna go like pretty much everywhere and just give you that kind of wax brow look, which you don't want. The color, like I said, is a very, very great match if you do have a darker hair or darker skin complexion and you're looking for something that would match. I think it does a very, very good job at mimicking my hair. Now over here on the tail, I think I did go a little bit too hard when filling the tail in, but it still doesn't look too bad. It just kind of looks a little bit more sharp. But what you can always do is just, you know, go back and brush it out to diffuse the line a little bit. Well, I don't think I mentioned it, but I did pick this product up from Walmart, and it was $7.99 or $8.99, which I believe is a great steal, especially when you're getting a double-ended product, because as we all know, if you want like really good brow products these days, especially for the Anastasia brow products and like any of the other higher brand ones, they're like $20 and up depending on where you live. So I think this is a great product for those that are on a budget, or if you just don't feel like spending $20 on a brow product. This I would definitely recommend to you guys. Let me know what you guys think, if you guys have this product or not. But I would definitely go ahead and check it out, because I believe it's a very good product, and I think I would repurchase this. Anyways, so that's pretty much all I have to say about this product. Let me know if you guys have this product, if you've tried it out, if you're planning to try it out. Let me know what you guys think of the result of the brows as well. And yeah, until next time, thanks for watching. We'll see you in my next one. Bye. They go on as a liquid, like a very creamy liquid, and they dry down matte. I did put this pink shade on and I went to dinner, and let me tell you guys, it was just a hot ass mess. Like the whole product pretty much just started like crumbling off of my lips, you know, throughout the